All right, well, welcome to the next week in our course. We're in Module 5, Week 3. This week we're in the folder that's called, in Module 5, the folder called Determine Assessment Evidence, the team component. So let's just kind of go down the list of what we have to do this week. First, we kind of have the overview of what we're doing here. You got some readings that you need to do. Make sure you've read these. Some of you have had it before, so just make sure you do hit each of these. So modules J, L, and M. And then there's also recommended reading here as well if you want to do that. Be sure you read the instructor's note right here. This is going to be important as well. And what this is talking about, just kind of reinforce what's here. When you do your team component, instead of listing all the assessments that you've made for your individual component, while those are good, those are for your individual components. We want you as a team to collaboratively create major or the most important assessment that you would have that can serve as a milestone for your whole unit. So we're kind of talking about a culminating, celebratory type of assessment performance task. So that's kind of your task partially this week. So make sure you read this. If you have questions, please email Ping or myself. You may have quicker response emailing me this week since Ping's out to California for the rest of the week from here on out. So I'll probably be a little more responsive that way. If we scroll down a little bit, we have reflective journal to do. What this is, it's the exact same questions that we did a few weeks ago for the first reflective journal that we had, but that was focused on stage 1, and now we've moved on to assessment in stage 2, so that's what these should focus on. So when you're reading these questions and responding to them, make sure you respond to them with stage 2 in mind. So that's where we're at, to kind of see where you are there as well, okay? Discussion for this week, and remember, since we aren't meeting on Thursday, the discussion is going to be very crucial for this week. So what we've kind of came up with for this week, kind of a little activities, we want you to spend the first half of the week, so Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m., working together with your team to design a performance task that uses each of your subject areas, kind of that part that we talked about up at the top of this page. It should be based on the graphs and should be cumulative in nature. That's celebratory, more of that. And then we want you to post that by Thursday at 6 p.m. And we just want one of you in your team to post that, so we don't want all, like if there's 3 people in your team, we don't want all 3 of you posting the same thing. So just designate one person to post a post for your group that kind of explains what this performance task should, or what it is that you're going to do. It doesn't have to be completed, but you should be able to get a few paragraphs out of what you're going to do, why you're going to do it, how it connects all of your different subject areas together. The more specific you are, the better. And that's because the next component, the last half of the week, is getting peer critique from the rest of the other people in the class. So from 6 p.m. Thursday through midnight on Sunday, we want you to critique the other 2 groups' performance tasks. Okay, now remember, your critiques are not criticism. Your critiques are there to make it better. And we want you to do this through multiple postings, so don't just do one and then not get back to it. We want this to be discussion and collaborative and narrative back and forth among all the members of the class. So we're a community, we're going to work as a community, and we want to improve what you've already created. Not that they're not any good, but it's a way to improve, because remember, this is a low-stakes formative assessment for you, so we're taking the initial product and we're going to make it better. Okay, and we do that as a group, as a team. So do make suggestions to ways that you can, to your peers, on how they can make their performance tasks better, or point out any flaws that you find. Help them out that way. You're doing them a much better service if you do that from the beginning. And then we also have the team component and checking for alignment. You need to do that and go through this stage. This is kind of the next part in your whole unit plan that you're working on. So be sure that you're going through all of this. Remember, there's no class on Thursday. This discussion is going to be our class. So remember, spend about probably 90 minutes or so doing your teamwork stuff prior to Thursday at 6 p.m. And then after Thursday 6 p.m., that's when you're going to do the majority of your discussions. And I'll be checking in on your discussions, and if I kind of see your group hasn't posted anything, I'm going to remind you Friday morning first thing. Okay, so make sure you get it up there. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am around all week, and I am ready to help if you have any questions. With that, have a happy Halloween, and we will see you later.